Okay. Glad to see everybody's here. Sorry we're getting a little bit started late, but we'll...
5 minutes for you. It's pretty good.
Yeah, no, it's good. What I have put together here is a really special heirloom chocolate. If you've ever been... How many people have been here before with me? Okay. And then the people that haven't been here before, this is something really worthwhile for you to try. It's actually a brain food. You eat food sometimes to feed your body. You eat food sometimes to feed your glands. And you eat food sometimes to feed this, the supercomputer. Sort of remember, anything you eat that has an MAO inhibitor, does anybody know what that is? Oh, also, I'm going to ask questions here. And remember the people that come up with the answers, because I have a couple of really cool hand pocket crystals that I got from Brazil. And these are really neat. They came from this really nice, it's a fractalized crystals. You can see, look at how beautiful those are inside. And so these are pocket crystals. So whoever comes up with some of these ideas, I didn't bring enough for everybody, of course, but I got like 5 of them here. So if anybody knows some of these ideas, I'm really trying to sound good? Sounds good? Okay. I'm really trying to get, what we need is we need more players. We need more teachers. We need more people to see that this is the level that we want to play at. It's at a level of tune that all your thoughts now that you're trying to really have is in a certain bandwidth. It's like your computer has a bandwidth, like AM, right? Your radio. Okay, you got AM 640, KFI, the news, weather, and sports. And if you're on that radio channel, consciousness, that's all you see. And you'll see that the majority of people, I don't think one person in this room is on AM 640 KFI, because you wouldn't be here. You'd be out watching a Dodger game, you'd be out eating a 12-inch hot dog, you'd be doing the standard American, whatever it would be. And as you notice, you guys are more, not advanced, but you're more awakened than the ones that really can't see as good. And what happens in time is you start to realize with your real eyes a different truth that your mind could unfold. Remember, everybody has the same eyes, right, that you did when you were 3 years old. What makes your eyes transcribe a difference right now that you see, even though your eyes are the same when you were 3? What changes the transcription of the matrix is consciousness. And once you get past the 12th grade, usually your brain is full. It's like computer. You can't put any more memory in because the chip's full. So unless you feed this brain certain foods, then the chip's full. And remember, when you go through 12 grades, what happens is that sort of like, it's like putting on a lot of programs on your computer that really, all right, we got it, thank you. It's like putting a lot of programs on your computer that really don't make sense in a new consciousness. So remember, AM 640 KFI is the first ring, and most people in this ring never feed their brain. Never. Because if they do, what happens is they get into the FM station right away. And FM, remember, is not one channel. AM channel, this is consciousness. AM channel has one station, and most people are on one station. That's all they know. The FM station, of course, is a bigger broadband. It has a variety of stations, a lot of different things from religion to heavy metal, jazz, all different types of talks. Remember, these are rings of consciousness. And when you're in this level, this is a food that would really, really, really help you. You wouldn't believe. Does anybody, again, know what an MAO inhibitor does? Okay, it inhibits the enzymes, or it inhibits something from taking place in the stomach so it can go maybe where? Another place. See, if you eat something without an MAO, what do you think happens? The cauldron, the stomach, immediately breaks down all the things that you're putting in it. Most of these foods, when you eat this, don't swallow this so quickly. What are you trying to feed? This. So if you swallow it down here, I think that's a long ways to get to here, isn't it? And remember, this thing is a vibration. All the herbs that we have, and all the things that you really, really, really want to have what's called essence or a high vibration, when you're wanting to feed the brain, you want to keep the foods in your mouth. That's why you'll always see it's really good to keep the foods in your mouth, or the drinks. You make a big shake, and you drink the shake down really fast. That's not smart. Remember, you're trying to pre-digest everything that goes down into your body and pre-signaturize it. So the number one thing we want to do here today is just sort of realize that you've got different things in your body that need to be fed. We're going to feed the brain now. So what's in the chocolate, it's an heirloom chocolate, and it has this magical stuff called PEA. You know what that is? PEA, it's called the love molecule. Heard of that one? They always say if you eat chocolate, you're happy for a reason. Well, most chocolates, almost 99, only 2% of the chocolate in the world are the Arriba Nacional species. It's an heirloom chocolate. So when you go to Ecuador, you'll see a big bean there. They don't have hybridized beans or genetically modified beans. They have this special bean. This was the bean that the Mayans traded because of its properties of consciousness. So if we really want to sort of wake up, what do you think we need to do? We need to feed this thing a little bit so we can actually realize with our real eyes something different, because we're going to actually get more energy when you feed the different glands. So whoever wants to help dole this out, and then I can start doing something else. You want to eat about this much if you can, at least. And if you want to, you can have 2 servings, 3 if you'd like. Yeah, it's we've got some cups here, and then if Al, you want to, or you can just use your hand if you like. But sometimes it's a little. This is made, just so you know, this is ground up. It's a very simple recipe. It's ground up in a coffee grinder. These are only beans. There's no powder or anything. They're just the beans, and the beans are hand peeled, and the beans have once you grind something up, it gets oxidation. You can see how dark this is. So this is the reason why you're going to have it, because it's not been oxidized yet. We just ground this up. And you'll notice that cacao powders, the crummier they are, the lighter they are. Look at how dark this is. This is like the paste we have. It's a stone ground paste. So what this has is real beans, all of it, and it's the Arriba Nacional. 2, it has the stone ground paste. Okay, those 2 things. 3, it has coconut oil. Those are your 3 main ingredients. 4, I use the agave, but remember the agave's got to be the stuff that's not brown. I wouldn't touch the brown stuff because I don't believe in my investigation that it is even agave. Okay, and if you look up all the information on certificate of analysis of these, you'll find out that real agave has 50% inulin in it. Inulin. And what is inulin? Does anybody know what that does? What's that? It's exactly. What you're trying to do is feed your gut wall bacteria, because everybody in this room here has what's called perverted gut wall bacteria. That's sort of weird. You have perverted gut wall bacteria. Why? It's because it's been perverted. It's been given certain types of foods and substances that make the bacteria so they actually start to really not be what the bacteria you want. That's why you don't kill anything in the body. All you have to do is remodulate everything, terrain modify. So whoever wants this here, like I said, you can come up as much as you want. You may run out of cups there, so you can use, I'm going to actually have one of these too. Here, let me just, without using a cup. The best way to do this is you just sort of go like that and you just kick it off. And you can get a lump. Oops, too big for me. And then when you can, remember, you just want to chew it in your mouth. The vibration that when you eat this, primarily what you're trying to do is feed this. Once this gets clear, you ever heard the saying called as above? What would be smart right now? Is to feed this machine? No, this machine is taking you off track. This body is in control of the mind, isn't it? Are you hungry, or is it hungry? So when the mind's in control of the body, that's not so good either. Because maybe the mind's, remember, it's a, the mind, as you can know, it's a sort of schizophrenic personality, isn't it? Okay? Have everybody in this room read Eckhart Tolle? How many people haven't read The New Earth? Okay, how many people have listened to the tape, because it's totally different, and even though it's the same words, how many people have listened to the CD? Everybody needs to get the CD. You can get it for free. You can download it. You can pay the guy if you'd like, or just get it any way you want to. The New Earth, and I would suggest, really, this would really help you, is to listen to each chapter about 5 times. And you listen to it on walks in nature, and what you're trying to do is open up your mind to a bigger scape of ideas. Look, once you start feeding your mind, you need to feed it new programs. This is the reason a lot of people get depressed. They're changing in a way that they can't fit into, and they don't know how to fit into their new life. So what you have to do is you have to release. I lost 40 pounds of baggage here. Okay? That was my old life. 40 pounds of baggage. It's not body fat. It's arsenic, it's thallium, it's stainless steel, it's lead, mercury, tin, 14 mercury fillings, a host of different types of poisons that basically I had no idea about. Take a shower every day. How many people in this room have a shower dechlorinator? Okay, how many people don't? Okay, why don't you? It's because are you ignorant, stupid, or you just don't know? You don't know. Remember, like the parable says, forgive them for they do not know. Does that make sense? Who said that?
Jesus.
Ah. I don't know if I brought enough crystals, but I did. The reason I like coming here too, because this is sort of a long haul for me to come down. We're doing a show tomorrow too, so a lot of this is a lot of, it's a lot of work to get here for us to arrange all this stuff, and it's a lot of work for you to get here to be able to, but what it does is it spurs me on because you're a different group of people, you're more advanced, and so I like to talk to people that really want to maybe become teachers. Because if you're at this level right now, what happens to you when you really start to see the truth? You have the best kept secret in town and all you can do is tell your friends. You've got a new life. So let's say now you change. Remember, all you people are out of AM 640 KFI, the news, weather, and sports. Remember that one crystal when you were a kid, when you had a little, anybody have the little, the little, what do they call them, microphone, handy walkie-talkies, and you got one crystal. When I was a kid, I got one for Christmas and only had one crystal. And then when I went to Kmart, I saved up 20 bucks and I got 2 crystals. Okay, so right now what happens is when you start feeding your brain, what you're going to do is you're going to open up 100 new crystals, 100 new channels. What are you going to do now? You're going to have a lot of confusion. Because you're going to have a lot of new ideas, you're going to have a lot of new feelings. Remember, AM 640 KFI, the news, weather, and sports, is a consciousness, it's a feeling, it's a reality. Everybody gets that, right? Remember, no one here is on AM 640 KFI, the news, weather, and sports. You couldn't be, otherwise you wouldn't be here. Okay? FM, everybody's here. The real level you want to get at is the next ring after FM, which is called shortwave. And this is just sort of like it's your own realm, it's your own, remember, I'm not a guru to anybody, I'm my own guru. You're your own guru, you're your own guru. Everybody's their own bloody guru. I keep hearing all this stuff about, can you help me? No, I can't help you. You can only help yourself. See, for me, I'm very fortunate because I don't really have to make money. So what do you do if you don't have to make money? You sort of have to figure out something to do. How about that? And what do you have to do? You have to figure out something that's worthy, because if not, I'll go sit under a coconut tree. I've landed in Hawaii. I'd love to be able to go there for a while, but for me, see, my program wants to share. And I'm going to go back and forth because I want to live as a naturalist. And I want to live really as it's called an earther. And once you get to shortwave, this is what I'm trying to get at. See, once you get into FM, you're all confused and you're trying to find your new way. We're all lost children of the sun trying to find our way back home. So once you get into shortwave, you know what you want to do? You want to live as an earther. You don't want to destroy anything. You don't want to become a problem. You want to become a part of the solution. Wow! And you live in the city, remember? And everybody living in the city's a part of the problem. Because the city is a total problem, isn't it? No matter how good you live, you're Mr. Organic, Mrs. Organic, I got a shower to chlorinator, I make my own water, I do all the things, but you live in the city. You live in an apartment getting slammed with 60 cycle electricity. Remember, your body is a machine, and if it doesn't have full nutrition, you get sick quickly. Everybody knows about last Sunday, I got bit with a pit viper. Does everybody know that? I was in the hospital for 5 days in intensive care. I'm here. 5 days of intensive care, bit by a pit viper.
Snake?
That's a very high-level twin venom snake. If you get bit, it usually kills you without the anti-venom.